So let's talk about the facility. Okay. So again, the information I'm showing you, you're going to see some live information and some printed information. What you see here on the screen, this is our company's opinion that if you're going to do 10 or more calibrations or ADAS services a day, you need at least 4,000 square feet. And by the way, what you're going to see from our numbers towards the end, if you ain't doing 10 or more calibrations a day, you ain't making money at it. So again, ADAS calibrations in our mind is a volume business that you're going to need to do a lot to make money on, okay? And again, we believe that the facility should have 3 bays that you can work in, should have an alignment or calibration bay. Again, we're going to talk about alignments here in a minute. If you're going to do 10 a day, you're going to need a second calibration bay, okay? You're going to need a third bay for miscellaneous stuff because guess what happens? Sometimes you got to repair the brackets. Sometimes you got to pull the bumpers off. I mean, all that. And if you want to have an office in the training area, you need those 2. So, when we start to talk about an ADAS facility, again, you need at least 4,000 square feet. You're going to see a couple real facilities in today's presentation that are much bigger than that. Okay. Look, again, you shouldn't have any light obstructions. You should have the least amount of outside light sources. So again, when people tell me they're doing this stuff in the parking lot, they ain't doing them right. I'm sorry. All right, let's move on now to the bays. Again, if you're going to be in a facility, your calibration bays need to be 10 by 15 meters in width by length, and they should be flat. Now, again, Jeff Peavy and I have had a couple conversations, as many of you well know. ICAR's building a training center in Chicago, and I can't wait till Jeff comes out with more details. But he said how difficult it was to get a level floor in the training facility in ICAR. But again, what you're hearing from most of the OEMs, you need to have a flat space. Now, there are some pieces of equipment out there that say they take in account, you can change the equipment for the angle or for the inaccuracy of the floor, maybe. Also, when it comes to the bays, the floor should be painted neutral tone, be clean, and you should be able to ride on it if you're going to follow specific procedures. Lighting should be evenly diffused, should be able to be adjusted based on the seasons, the weather, and the time. As we all know, the way light is generated throughout the year, it changes based on where the sun's at, okay? And so that's important. Also, the bulb should be a certain number of lumens. It should be adjustable LED. You can read the bullet points here. So again, it's not just putting a few lights up, putting a few incandescent lights up and opening up a calibration center. That's not how it works. So lighting's important. So again, we talked about bays, talked about lighting. Now let's talk about the walls. The walls should be solid matte color, bay gray, light gray, or white. The minimum amount of reflections and shadows, okay, should not have any patterns, because if you look at patterns if you look at calibration targets, they're patterns, and you don't want to confuse the sensors you're calibrating with patterns behind the patterns. Okay, you shouldn't have reflective surfaces. If you're dealing with radar, it could affect the radar. So anyway, again, facility walls should be solid color, gray, beige, light gray, white, whatever. Okay. So what I want to do now is I want to show you some pictures of some real facilities, a couple of them anyway. Okay. The first one's one of our customers down in Texas. And they're a great team, by the way, great team at Precision ADAS Calibrations, really smart bunch of young people, great people. Let's take a look at their facility. And this is the facility where they do ADAS calibrations and alignments. So again, this is the front, this is their lobby. They did it right. I mean, they really did it right. And now let's take a look at a couple of facilities internal, what it looks like inside. So on the left, you see Lametry's Calibration Center, and on the right, you see our customers' calibration center on the right. And you'll notice in both cases, those targets are organized in a specific way. So the people in the organization know what to look for. And again, you'll notice on the right, they're actually the targeting systems are actually identified with the OEM manufacturer at the top. So there's a couple of pictures there. Here's a couple more pictures, and this is from Lemaitrie's again in Minneapolis. Again, look at the floor, look at the walls, look at the targets, and again, organization in terms of the tools. Again, you can see a vehicle there, again, in the process of being calibrated as well. So that again, some pictures from real facilities, so that I'm not full of crap when I'm saying, this is what facilities should look like.